Okay, shall we start? So welcome again, everyone, to the Bringing the What to Liverpool webinar. And just to introduce myself quickly, my name is Yi, and I'm the Young Alumni Engagement Officer from the University of Liverpool Alumni Relations Team. So you probably received a couple of emails from me recently. I'm my job is focusing on supporting and engaging with recent grads. So for Bringing the Word to Liverpool, this online event series, some of you, this may be your first time to join the call, and some of you may already attended our previous webinar before. So from this year, we made a little bit change for this event because we want to make it more focused on recent graduates. So all the topics we're going to cover is related to early career and recent graduate related theme. So if there's any topic you're interested in and you want us to cover in the future, just feel free to message me and we can consider this for the future events. So for today, we have instead of having like one speaker, and we have three speakers on the panel. So just let you know. Oh, one sec. The panel here. So we have Anna joins the call from Bangkok, and Anna is the music intern in an international school in Bangkok. And we have Steph. She's the CEO and co-founder from the Girls on the Go. And then we have Dileesh, and he is the project manager based in the Netherlands. So instead of me introducing you three, could you please introduce yourself, say hi to everyone, and talk about yourself, what degree you did at the university, and your current roles, please?
I'll go first. Hello everyone. My name is Anna. I am 23 and I graduated in history and music with a combined degree in 2023. I'm currently a music intern at Shrewsbury International School in Bangkok. I moved there in August of last year, so 2024, and I've just been here over 6 months. Um, it's a fantastic role. It's a bit intense, it's a bit crazy, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And I'm on a 1 year contract, so I'll be coming back to the UK in August of this year. So some of my jobs include teaching and assisting in music classes. So the international school is just a primary school, so ages 2 to 11. So little babies up to 11. So yeah, teaching and assisting in classrooms, planning resources and lessons, doing lots of extracurricular activities such as choirs. Right now we're doing Finding Nemo the musical, so
Oh,
that's a big thing that's going on at the minute. Um, but yeah, I love a lot of extracurricular and just really learning about how a department works within an international school and just a school in general. It's a busy department, but it's a great department. So yeah, that's a little intro from me.
amazing. Steph?
Hi, so my name is Steph. I graduated from the Uni of Liverpool in 2023. I did a biomed degree, and now I'm a CEO of a six-figure business, which is very cool.
Brilliant.
Um, so I helped co-found the Girls on the Go with two of my friends, Caitlin and Martin, back in September 2023. And now it started in Liverpool, and basically the whole concept of Girls on the Go is to help combat loneliness in women and help girls make friends. Um, and we've expanded from Liverpool to Manchester and Birmingham, and yeah, we've grown our team from 3 to 12, I think, now. So it's been quite a journey.
That's amazing. Dileesh?
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Dileesh, and yeah, I completed my master's in project management at Management School, University of Liverpool. I think it's just 1 year ago. And then now I'm currently working as a project manager at Damen shipyards in the Netherlands. Over the years, I have had opportunity to work in various locations, including Dubai and Netherlands. Actually, it helped me to gain diverse range of experience With over a decade of experience in the field, I have had the chance to manage and contribute to a variety of exciting projects. Yes, yeah, I'm happy to be here today and share some insights from my journey, and I hope to inspire you as you embark on your own career. Thank you.
Amazing. I'll stop sharing my screen with everyone so we can focus on our speakers here. So I think all of you literally just graduated, like, I think all of you graduated back in 2023, right? So it's almost like two years. So I believe you probably still remember that kind of like mixed feeling, after graduation, you're really excited about the future, but not really sure what's going to happen next. So during your first year after graduation, and can you talk about what was the biggest challenge for you to cope with, and also, how study in the university, study your degree, sort of like prepared you to manage this kind of challenge?
I'll go first.
Sorry, I
I'll
should
go next time.
yeah.
We'll swap.
I think for me, I think it was maybe uncertainty of like not sure actually what I want to do. I think I was so like academically burnt out from uni. Like I loved it, but I think those last 6 months, it really is just such an intense period. So realistically, I was maybe thinking about doing a master's, but I was done with uni, to be honest. So I think uncertainty was definitely the biggest thing for me. So straight after uni, I got a part-time job at Sainsbury's just to get some money in. And then I also applied for a job as a project leader with a education charity through actually Handshake through the university's career portal. So that was a fantastic thing that I used. And then I think degree wise, I think I was very lucky with doing my 50-50 of history and music. I think the music gave me a lot of practical skills that I could use towards um, my career now, but then the history gave me a lot of independence. History, you've got to research, you've got to write your 10,000 word dissertation on your own. So I think it's a lot of independence and also practical skills. So music, I was doing like a conducting module and performance module, and also academic things. And also I'd say I think balancing uni with part-time jobs and everything else, I think that really prepared me for just like post uni. I had a few different part-time jobs that were all going on. So I think balancing all that throughout uni also prepared me for the first few months post grad.
Yeah. Can we have Dileesh to answer the question?
Yeah, basically the first thing when I came to Liverpool, there was a cultural difference because I was coming from Dubai, and then I have to accommodate to the new culture. And luckily, Liverpool is one of the most home of one of the most friendliest people in the world. So it was not that difficult. Yeah. I would say that my academic period was really interesting because of the professors. They were really motivating and helping me. So I was also keep contacting them, having one-to-one meeting. So that really helped me. And then I think my skills in time management actually really helped me with managing my academic targets. And after finishing each semester, I prepare for the next semester. And also after immediately finishing my second semester, I start looking for a job. There was like 3 to 4 weeks of gap before we start the final semester project. So I actually use that 3 to 4 weeks every day applying for jobs, yeah, and preparing for which industry I want to apply for jobs, and then which area I have to apply. So all those preparation and execution has been done during that period. So that really helped me, and then I could completely focus on my final year project. Actually, the final year project, in my opinion, that it's good to focus on the area where you really want to work. So that will actually help you to perform well in your interviews also. So that's how I navigate some of the challenges.
Yeah, Steph.
So yeah, I did a biomed degree, and now I own a business. So it is a very weird jump. I never really I mean, after graduating, I knew that I didn't want to do biomed. Like, loved it so much, but no, I didn't want to be in a lab. So I knew immediately what I didn't want to do, which was quite good. Didn't mean I knew what I wanted to do, but I knew what I didn't and what I didn't enjoy. Um, and I was kind of kind to myself and just said, I'm going to treat like the year after I graduate as a kind of experimental year just to try and get as many skills and experiences as possible. So any job that I would have gotten, I would have like gone for it because I just wanted to be really open-minded with just trying to get as many new skills to add to my CV and like transferable skills. I think my degree really helped me with being like analytical and practical about things and very organized, which I use all the time now. Um, and yeah, Girls on the Go kind of just happened, and I was like, oh, cool, and then quit my job, and then here we go. Um, so yeah, I would just be really kind to yourself and just like let it happen and try new things and be open-minded to everything and anything.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's like you have to allow yourself to, to be not really sure about what to do and to
Yeah.
sort of like try things. And also, like Dileesh said, okay, I think the reason why Dileesh had this kind of like plan to do things in advance, because you are like a sort of like pretty much like a mature student because you're not really at your early career stage. You worked in Dubai before, and you sort of like treat this as a career break, and to sort of develop your career a little bit further. So, Dileesh, I got a specific question for you to follow up on your journey. So, why you made this kind of decision to pause your career and come back to university, and how did study in the university sort of like boost your career afterwards?
Oh, well, thank you for that question. It was a tough decision because I was having a very established and well-paid job. So yeah, but the primary motivation has always been to scale up my impact, as I have realized that I have significant potential in management. During my time working in Dubai, I came to understand that Western countries have been at the forefront of embracing technologies and service operations, which sparked my desire to take on these kinds of challenges and shape my future career in similar environments. So studying at Liverpool University was a transformative experience and truly made me think globally, especially in preparing me for the pressing issues of AI and climate change. The course fundamentally shifted my perspective. And now my decision making at work goes beyond just meeting project goals. I focus on ensuring that my outcomes aligns with not only the employer's success but also social and environmental sustainability. That's how it goes. So it really helped me to become a better person as well.
Yeah, I think it's actually um, it's really useful to sort of like change your scenarios, relocate yourself to a new country or new city to sort of to learn what's the trend in the industry, to understand the industry, the work a little bit more. I believe our audience also sort of like some of them, the international student, after they finish, they may go back to their home country to find a job, or some of them are similar to you guys, to move cities or move countries. I know, like Anna, you relocated yourself to Bangkok, and Steph, you're originally from France, and now you're based in Liverpool, and Dileesh, you work in the Netherlands. So, could you please talk a bit more about, why you made this kind of decision to relocate yourself. I know it's such a big decision, and also how you cope with the cultural shifts and the change in your career.
I'll
Um,
go
yeah,
first.
amazing.
So Anna doesn't have to go first every time. Yeah, so I moved to France. No, moved from France 4 years ago, 5 years ago, to Liverpool, mainly because I didn't want to study in French. I was fed up with the French system. I was like, no, let's not do this anymore. And I'd always wanted to live in England. Um, I'm going to be honest, I really didn't cope very well with the cultural change. Uh, that's one of the reasons that I really struggled to make friends in Liverpool at the start because I just didn't really connect with the culture here. And that kind of inspired me to create Girls on the Go because I know a lot of people do struggle to like integrate within a culture when they first move to a new place. So we kind of try and help bridge that gap a bit. Um, so yeah, I think that was a really difficult part, but Liverpool is just so like welcoming and friendly, so it did make it a bit easier, and I love it. I mean, I'm still live here now, so really grown to like feel at home here.
Yeah, I love the idea, like Girls on the Go is actually based on your own experience, like the need you sort of create this kind of a sense of belonging, a sense of, community to allow, people to get to know each other. So what about you, Anna?
So I'd lived in Liverpool my entire life, grew up there and then stayed there for uni. Um, and so I think after graduation, so I graduated in 2023 and then had a year of working. Kind of like Steph said before, I also took that year as just to get as much experience as possible in different areas of work, whether that be education or customer service or just anything that I could get, basically. Um, but I also knew that I was just love Liverpool, but I was just done with it a little bit and I needed to just move away, basically. And it was just randomly one day that I got sent the link on Tez website for this current job. And I was just at the point where I was like, why not? Nothing drastically is tying me down right now. Although in like 5 years it might be, who knows? So I was really just in the mindset of I'm going to apply. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but it did happen, and here I am. I think it is definitely a big culture change. Um, Bangkok, if anyone has ever been to Bangkok, it's chaos, it's crazy, it's fun. It's a really fun and amazing city, but it's very different to Liverpool. Liverpool's absolutely tiny in comparison to Bangkok. Um, and I think as well, getting into the routine of not only living away from home for the first time, living in a new city, and then getting into the routine of a job that is, I'm in school for, 7, quarter past 7, I finish at 4. It's an intense day with, hours spent with children, which I love, obviously, but, it's an absolutely intense day going, doing my part-time jobs the previous year. Being also self-employed the previous year. So it was very much a lot of my routine was based on what I was doing. So I think that was also a big change going from a big girl job. Um, but I think some of the practical things that really helped me settle was getting into a routine as quickly as possible. So back home, I go like the uni gym or the uni pool, and as soon as I got here, I just really wanted to maintain that and keep that up with myself. Um, I also really wanted to make sure I explored Bangkok on my own. I think that's a really important thing to, if you know the city a little bit just on your own, you feel a lot more confident. And even little things like language phrases. I think it's really important to know and understand before you go in there. Although the school that I teach in, we teach in English and the children speak English and we teach with the British curriculum. I think it's really important, day to day, it's basic respect that you learn some of the language there. So I think that was a really important one. So yeah, there's some practical tips, hopefully that would help someone settle in a bit more.
That sounds great, to be honest. Like, I mean, I feel you because like when the first time I moved to Liverpool, it's like you have to sort of get used to the language. I believe, Steph, you also had this kind of experience, even though I know you speak English, but still it's like it is really it need time to get to learn the culture and to you know to get to know people as well. So what about you, Dileesh?
Yeah, firstly, I would say this is a great question and highly relevant in today's globalized world. So the cultural adjustment plays a crucial role in shaping both personal and professional success. In today's interconnected business environment, companies recognize that talent is spread across the world. Like forward thinking organizations, like Fortune 500 companies and all, they have long embraced this inclusivity and creating diverse work environments that harness the strength of a global workforce. So it's quite prevalent in all those companies. And having lived in Dubai, a city known as a cultural melting pot with nearly, I think, around 200 nationalities, my transition to Western work culture was relatively smooth. However, one of the key lessons I have learned is that beyond cultural differences, understanding the workplace dynamics is equally important, especially in Europe and the UK. Work culture emphasize sustainable, work environments rather than hierarchical, conservative, or authoritarian structures. So the leadership is about guiding and empowering teams rather than exercising authority. So I would say that you can see a lot of improvement in your transformational and democratic leadership styles, which are really prevalent in the industry, especially in Europe and UK, and making adaptability to this professional culture essential for a long-term success. And yeah, for anyone transitioning to a new country or workplace, the key is to remain open minded, embrace cultural differences, and quickly adapt to professional norms. Yeah, I think that's what I would like to say.
Yeah, I mean that's amazing because you not only it's not only focused on I mean the culture shift, but also the culture in the company is also
Yeah.
slightly different compared to
Yeah.
what kind of organization you work for. So I got a specific question for each of you. So I'll start with Dileesh because he mentioned about the culture environment, how to adopt this. So I mean, you've been working in project management for so many years. And so I believe from my limited understanding about project management is like you need to look after so many like complex projects and is to sort of convert from an idea to, to have the final product to be produced. So could you please talk a bit more about, what are the challenges, like when you're doing the project management and also what is the most fascinating part you find, through doing project manager to be a project manager. And also the second part of the question is like, what's the key industry trends? And you can share with our audience.
Oh yeah. Thanks for that question. So basically, when you work as a project manager, on a daily basis, you will face a lot of challenges. It's a very lucrative job, but at the same time, you also must be ready to face the challenges, like problem solving on a daily basis. We used to say that no 2 days are same for us. That's the kind of way. So one of the benefit is that we can keep enhancing our transferable skills. Like one of the first quality you develop as a project manager is proactiveness. Planning is critical in project management, enabling you to anticipate challenges and navigate critical paths effectively. And additionally, complex projects require a high performing team. To bring out the best in my team, I work along with them, facilitate their efforts, and keep them motivated. And this approach has significantly enhanced my leadership skills, I would say.
Lovely.
And
Go
yeah,
on.
and also, sorry, yeah, you're saying something.
No. I mean, go on.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. So managing complex project also involves working with various stakeholders and integrating multiple disciplines. In our shipbuilding, we also have, it's like a house. You have electrical, we have hull structural, we have piping, mechanical, carpentry, accommodation, fancy interior. So that's why we have to integrate all the multiple disciplines, so which strengthens our communication and networking skills as well. For example, when I was working as a project manager for naval vessels, the reporting structure was highly intricate. We had to report to senior naval officer, including a commodore and major rank, the project manager, and lieutenants at the site. So basically, this experience honed my ability to communicate across different levels of hierarchy and manage stakeholders' expectations effectively. So in nutshell, this project management gives you a lot of transferable skills, and it's keep testing you and also keep improving on a daily basis. That's the best thing we have from the project management side.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I
Sorry. Yeah.
Go on. Sorry. Go on.
What was the second question?
What's
Yeah.
what's the key trends in
Oh,
maritime industry?
yeah. Got it. So our industry is actually something unknown to most of the people. So I would like to first of all give you an idea that the shipbuilding process is if you know the shipbuilding process is an advantage in this industry. However, see, you should remember that more than 50% of employees working in our company or anywhere in shipbuilding join without prior shipbuilding experience and learn on the jobs, especially in the areas such as supply chain, commercial, legal, marketing, and HR, etc. So engineering roles typically require an industry-specific expertise, though there are exceptions in electrical, automation, IT onboard systems, etc. So, like many other industries, transferable skills are crucial in shipbuilding, like mass production industries, like automotive, textiles. Um, is Shipbuilding is slightly different from all these industries. Because we have to provide a customized solution tailored to each customer. A small vessels can take 1 to 2 years to build, depending on its type and complexity. At Damen, that's my company, we are among the few shipbuilders capable of delivering tugs and crew boards within months due to our standardized and stock building process. So on the other hand, our larger projects such as luxury mega yachts and naval vessels like frigates can take anywhere from 2 to 5 years to complete, considering the complexities of engineering, procurement, and construction. So, and furthermore, this Damen is a pioneer Dutch shipbuilder with a presence of over 40 countries, and our goal is to become the most sustainable shipbuilder in the world. And we actively seek talents from across the globe. So, yeah, the listeners, audience, you can also start applying to our company.
Oh, that's great. I mean, I believe our audience really keen to sort of like if they're interested in this field and it's going to be like a really good opportunity for them. And I like the way you describe, project management as like you need to let you actually learning through doing it. So and also I believe Steph, you also probably related to this as well, because I know Girls on the Go is not a six-figure business, and what a great achievement. And so being an entrepreneur is sort of like you need to sort of understand every aspect of your business, and you sort of work on social media marketing and PR, also like HR as well, recruit people on your team. And also if you are expanding, from Liverpool to Birmingham to Manchester. So could you please talk about a little bit more about what kind of like the key skill set you need, in terms to develop girls on the go, and also how you sort of balance your professional life, I mean the business, and also your personal life, to make sure everything, you make sure control everything on top of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'll show you. One, we've got two phones. That's very, very useful. One's my work phone. It's pink. It matches like the brand. And then like non-work phone. They're very, very, very useful to like separate work-life balance because um with a business like Girls on the Go, we build basically 90% over social media, which means that I get messages all the time on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, etc. Which is so wonderful to receive these messages, but it does get very overwhelming and it can be very hard to like clock off. Um, so having a work phone with literally no social media on it, no one has the phone number apart from like my closest friends, that that really helps to like set a boundary. And I do try and do other like hobbies at the moment. I'm trying to do scrapbooking and things just to actually have a life because I think for about maybe a year I didn't have a life because it was just Girls on the Go, which is very draining. And I think if you're going to start a business, you need to make sure that you have a life because I got so burnt out and needed like 3 weeks off to just recover. So I would definitely recommend like going to therapy, having chats with your friends, and doing non-work things for sure. And then in terms of skills, I would say that being organized is a huge one because there are so many different things that you need to do at so many different times. I think you need to be really flexible and open to learning new things and discovering and meet like as fast as you can, discovering what you're not good at and then avoid doing that. So like I discovered that I'm really, really bad at finances. So I just don't do that because I would just take forever to learn how to do it. Um, and it would just be a waste of my time. Whereas I've discovered I'm very good at social media and marketing. So I focus more on that aspect. And just being really honest with yourself about what you're good and bad at and being open to learning all the time. Like I've learned so much in the past year and a half that I would never have learned if I didn't start Girls and Go. So yeah, just being open to continuous learning and learning from your mistakes, I would say are key skills.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, keeping the balance is always like really essential, to be honest. And I know you have your team all based on, different cities across the UK, and you don't really have a traditional office at this moment. So can you please talk about a bit more about your, the way you work, the working style, how you manage the whole team together to work together?
Yeah, so we all work from home. Oh my gosh, I wish I could show you my office right, well, my apartment right now. Let me actually show you.
Yeah.
Uh, that is
Wow.
the state of all of our merch at the moment. It's kind of chaotic. So life is a bit chaotic right now. But yeah, it's working from home a lot, which makes it very accessible and affordable. But in terms of like working collaboratively, it's a lot of talking and a lot of meetings with other people. I think I really try and, when it's difficult conversations, try and avoid it over text because just like in a relationship, you can really misinterpret text sometimes and read it as like really blunt or not the way it was intended. So I try and have as many check-in calls with my team as possible. Like I call our social media managers as many times as possible. And just being really like I think communication is like the biggest thing, and a lot of people do say that, but actually working and finding a communication style that works for everyone is key, I would say.
Yeah, that's really true. I got another question for Anna, because like both me and Anna, we graduated from music department, and so I think we all know it's quite challenging to find a job in music industry, and so I'm so glad to hear like you working in the international schools at this moment to sort of learn how to teach. So teaching in this Bangkok, like in international school, how this kind of experience shaped your understanding of music education, and also how this kind of like shaped, your idea for your future.
Thank you for the question. I think the biggest thing that I've noticed in an international setting is the standard of music that is expected. Um, you've got children week in, week out. We have recitals and we have concerts and we have all these things going on all the time. So I think the standard of music and what the children are expected both from school and their families to obtain is huge. So I think that's one thing that I've definitely learned and has expanded. Just, it's amazing to see, but it's also very different to what is back home in the UK with regards to like a typical primary school in the UK. I've delivered like music sessions and choir sessions um in primary and secondary schools back home, and I think it just makes me more passionate about going into like choral outreach or music outreach back home, because this standard is incredible, but it just makes me more passionate about getting back home and delivering it to those who maybe don't have the opportunity, to perform Schumann week in, week out. So I think that's one thing that's really expanded, I guess, my horizon for music education. I also think working in a music department just is a fantastic opportunity. Kind of like both our speakers have said, you've got to be open-minded, and within a school and with working with children, things happen in an instant, whether that be, it could be a safeguarding matter, it could be something's happened in school, something's happened at home. They've had a falling out on the playground. There's nothing ever goes to plan. You can plan a lesson 10 times, but it's never ever going to go to plan. So I think being adaptable is one of the things I've definitely learned from this experience. Um, and I think the music industry in general is, like you said, it's tough. And I think you just have to take any opportunity that you've got. So like I said, the education job that I got post graduation through Handshake and through it's called Reach Out, the organization. I think that experience working with children has led me, to this job. It doesn't, I didn't touch music at all with regards to that job, but I think those skills and experiences um, have led me to this job. And then talking about the future, like I said, I'd love to go into choral or music outreach, which is, going into primary schools and delivering music lessons and music sessions, wherever. But I'd love to do it in Liverpool. Like I'm really passionate about getting back home and delivering that at some point. Um, and yes, I think hopefully that's answered the
Yeah,
question.
I think you mentioned a quite important thing, which is like how you found those kind of opportunities, like finding the job. So, I mean, and also any kind of industry is a relationship-based industry. It's like it's very important to build relationship with them, with people, and because those kind of like having a sort of like healthy and good network can also help you to develop your own careers. So, my next question is for the panel, three of you. So, can you share your ideas about, how to network with others and also, like, I mean, how to maintain the professional relationship with people in your industry? I'll start with Dileesh.
Oh, thank you. So I think I'll start from the time when I was in Liverpool. So yes, I have been fortunate to have mentors throughout my career. But while I was studying, there were several professors who motivated and supported me. I would say the professors in the management school at Liverpool University are some of the best I have ever encountered. Their guidance laid a strong foundation for my career. And currently, my manager is also a key mentor in Dutch culture. Basically, we value clear communication and honest and open feedback system. And this approach has been incredibly helpful in improving both my strengths and the area for development, areas where I have to develop. Yeah. And I'm naturally open and enjoy sharing knowledge, which is likely why I spend significant time in getting to know my colleagues, both personally and professionally. And yeah, I make it to a point to share important information with them to help navigate challenges and proactively address risk. Over time, project managers develop the strong people management skills. Okay, so this has helped me to understand the strengths and weakness of my team members, which in turn enables me to mentor them, as I mean, the junior colleagues more effectively. It also aids in delegating tasks to the right person, which is crucial aspect of a project manager's role. And I would say that networking you should do internally in the sense that within your organization, but most importantly, you have to do externally, attending seminars, exhibitions, yeah, meeting your previous colleagues. There are a lot of opportunities and potential by doing that, and I would say that face-to-face interactions are still very important. And then later you can continue with, social media, LinkedIn, and other platform. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, I believe staff is you also need to build a lot of professional relationship in terms of expanding your develop your business. So can you also talk about the way you network and also share advice of how to maintain those kind of like professional relationships?
Yeah. So I think there's two different types. So we have to network with a lot of like local businesses that we want to work with. And I think the best way to do that is, like Delish said, is in person. I think talking in person, you can like communicate way clearer with people. You can actually come to a conclusion way easier. And I think when you're trying to like work with someone, it's always nice to do it like over a coffee rather than a Zoom call. It just like if you can, I think it's much nicer. Um, and I just think you just need to put yourself out there. Like, so as a bit of a rogue example, but we have just sorted a brand deal with a very big, well, with Uniqlo. They're opening in Liverpool. Very cool.
Amazing.
Um, but you have to put in the time and effort to actually try and talk to them and like not just immediately go for what will benefit you. Like you need to know what you can bring them and like what they benefit from it, and just being like really open-minded and also just going for it. Like I I didn't think that at 23 I would be working with Uniqlo, but we are, and you just have to try and put yourself in as many positions as possible that people know about you and people like you, and you present yourself, because if you don't go to a networking meeting or if you don't go for a coffee or whatever, you're not going to build those relationships. So I'm not very good at networking, but I try my best and put myself in as many situations as possible to network.
Yeah, you're right. It's about like you need to push yourself to, put yourself
Yeah.
in that kind of like risk and to get to know people. So what about you, Anna?
Yeah, so I've kept in contact actually with one of my lecturers from music. If I'm ever needing advice on if it whether ever if it be a job application or just advice of, my next steps, because obviously this is a 1 year contract that I'm on. So I'd say like 2 months ago I had a Zoom with my lecturer just to talk through, life and what I was doing with it. But I think I found maintaining a relationship with my lecturer really fantastic. They've been through it, and in their 20s, and especially within like the music industry. Um, And I've also got a fantastic relationship with the cathedral in Liverpool. So I've been singing there since I was like 12, 13. So I think I guess from like the classical music perspective and like lot like choral and singing side, I've maintained like a really great relationship with, the directors of music there and all the singers who sing there because once again, I think a lot of self-employment music is word of mouth. If you're gonna sing at a wedding or whatever, normally it is through word of mouth. So I think yeah, they have been very beneficial. I'm sorry, is there any more questions?
No, I mean, you sort of covered it. I mean, like, it's fascinating to hear, like, having a mentor actually playing important role in your career as well. It's like someone can provide professional, advice and also to let you know some insights to the industry and you will be able to understand what kind of like skill you need to prep in terms of like doing the job. So I'm really conscious about time and we're sort of running out of time, so I'm going to ask a very quick question at the end. So if I ask you to give only one piece of advice to our audience, and what that kind of advice you would love to give them. Is that too big the question? I mean, what kind of advice you would love to give them in terms of, they're facing, probably they're in their early career and trying to find a job, figure out what to do. So what kind of advice you would love to give them?
I mean, I mine is more like entrepreneurial based. But I think if you do want to start a business or you do want to be an entrepreneur in any sort of way, don't basically it's better to do something than what am I trying to say? Uh, it's better to try and do something and it's not perfect, but at least you've got it done than to just wait around and never end up doing it. So, like, we could have, spent months and months planning Girls on the Go, but we actually didn't even think about it. We were like, okay, cool idea. Within 2 hours, we had an Instagram page, plan the first run, etc. And I just think there's so much stress on like planning it and making sure it's perfect. And it's better to get something done than not have anything done at all, basically. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
Amazing. Anna?
I've probably got some practical steps regarding when you're actually applying for a job. I think one thing is keeping your CV up to date as much as possible, even if that's not career updates. It could be, a module you're doing at university or anything that you're learning from a part-time job or volunteering or any courses. I think keeping an up-to-date CV is really important because you don't want to, get to a job application and then you're trying to remember the last 18 months of your life, of what you're trying to, of what you're doing. So I think keeping an up-to-date CV is really important. And I think when you've actually got a job application, obviously it'll give you a job specification. And it might sound really simple, but I always literally just put the job title in the middle and do a simple mind map of clearly what they're expecting. And then just underneath how, what experiences have you got, even if that is just as simple as, if you've worked in customer service, that's interaction and communication straight away. I think just simple laying out of what they want and what you can bring is, yeah, it's just really important and just get you in a clear mindset for when you're actually going to write a personal statement or whatever.
Yeah, that's really true. Dileesh, what's your advice?
Yeah, I agree with the other participants. Like, firstly, that it's important to finalize both where and what, that where you want to work and what designation you are looking for, and focusing on identifying which industry you want to work in. That's very important. Spreading your attention across all industries can actually dilute your focus. Customizing your application for specific firms is a very essential. And yeah, and remember that CV applications are not the only way to find a job. When searching for a position, you are essentially marketing yourself just like a sales manager. But always stay within the ethical boundaries and network in person by attending exhibitions, public events, academic seminars, industrial visits, etc. And I personally prefer face-to-face connections, like I said earlier. And also, yeah, you can also contact LinkedIn, but it's always good to have face-to-face communication. And when you meet people in those, whatever I said, those events, try to make conversation and also improve your, skills. Keep training yourself. Read things which is important for your discussion, interviews, and yeah, and then define the job profile you are targeting and focusing on. Tailor your final project and any relevant works towards that role. Spend time understanding what people in that position have done, what qualification and training they have completed, and what skills they have developed. Those are the things. You can also go to LinkedIn and the profiles which you want to be like a designation or something. See what kind of qualification they've done, what kind of training they have done. That will help you. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's really true. All of you, the advice you give, because it's like you need to tailor your CV, or to prep yourself for, in terms of finding a job. And I've seen people already shared in the chat and talking about like just started. So I think that's really true. Just put things in action and actually do it. Try to find, whatever the opportunity you can find online. So I'm gonna say like a really big thank you to the panel, and then I'm gonna go through the chat box and see if there are any questions that we can respond to. Okay, we've got quite a lot of chat here. So someone asked about how did collaboration networking with colleagues impact your skills and enhance the enjoyment of your work? So can anyone respond to this question? Ellen or Steph or Dileesh?
In terms of collaboration, like I think it's just so I'm a boss and I'm like the top boss. It's kind of crazy to say, but I think it's what's really important, like to network with your colleagues is to actually, yeah, get to know them because you just you just have to think as an employee, what would you want your boss to do? And you would want to feel understood and heard and listened to. And it's just the little things like knowing that one of my employees loves Taylor Swift. So if it's her birthday, I'd get her a card that has Taylor Swift on it. And it's those extra things that make you feel special. And I think like you wouldn't know that unless you networked with them. So that's my point of view.
Yeah, I think we all have to understand that we spend, I think, more than 50% of the time with our colleagues. So it is inevitable to avoid a personal connection with them. But at the same time, there is a sensitivity line that, you have to make it professionally also, because it should not impact the outcome and results which is supposed to be delivered. So but yeah, definitely you should make enjoyable, make a good relationship, and try to enjoy at your workplace, because that's where you spend more time. 5 days a week, maybe even, I don't know, work from home is there, then it is much less. But at least some time ago it was 5 days a week, so that's actually quite a long time, and then plus travel times. Yeah, so I would say please try to enjoy your time at workplace and make good connections, networking, and that will help you for future.
Exactly. What about you, Anna?
Yeah, I think just echoing what they've said is I think working with colleagues, you're with them like a huge majority of the week. So again, going back to the school, there's going to be times when everything is going wrong and you've got to work as a team, at the end of the day. And if you've got a great relationship with colleagues, you can talk to them openly. I think that's really a big thing is honesty. I'll just say it how it is. So I think yeah, it's you're working with these people every day, so you want to get on with them. But I also agree with the professional thing that is a a professional boundary, but I think that yeah.
Yeah, that's really true. I think we got a lot of questions here, and I've seen Steph, you already respond to a couple of questions. So I will just pick up some questions that everyone can answer. Also got a question here and ask, there's many jobs posting requires experience, but as a recent grad, I don't have much experience. How can I demonstrate myself to potential employers?
I am happy to go for this one. I think even the fact that you're in university, you've got experience, even that might not be, with a career or a job, but you've got experience, waking up for your lectures, which requires time management and dedication. If you're working in a group, that's easily group work already. I think just really, really hone in on what modules you're taking. And yeah, you can hone in on skills that you're literally physically doing now in university. I know it is really tough when jobs ask for experience, but it's like, how do I get that experience? But I think just you've got skills that a job is gonna be, thankful for. So just hone in on what you're doing right now.
Amazing.
From my point of view, so because now I am involved with hiring people and things like that, I think one, your employees or potential employers just they want their ego stroked a little bit. Like they want you to know about their company. They want you to like say why you want to work with them. And I think that goes a really, really long way. And just putting yourself out there as much as possible to me is worth 100% more than like just what's on your CV. Um, like our social media manager that we hired, one of the big reasons that we hired her is because she like went the extra mile and did something about girls on the go on her LinkedIn, and it really got our attention, and we were like, oh wow, that's so cool. Like she clearly cares about our company, and demonstrated her skills in that way rather than through experience. So I do think like LinkedIn is an amazing thing now. Social media is an amazing thing. You can show your skills in different ways, even if you don't have like work experience. You can make your own work experience to like demonstrate that to employers. So yeah.
I think I fully agree with what Steph and Anna shared. I think, yeah, I don't think I can add any more. But going back to what I said earlier, that customizing would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, look for an industry or position which you want to work rather than spreading over, sending hundreds of CVs or hundreds of companies. And in a one day, I know people who apply like thousands of jobs in a month, and they then complain that we are not getting through. Yeah, you're not getting through because you are not fixing into what the company actually need, and that's the key point. So if I try to find which field you want to work, and then do a self-evaluation and then sell yourself. That's what I say.
Amazing. I mean, like you all mentioned about this. Is I think it's very key, very important to actually do the research for the job that you want to apply for. I agree with, applying 100 job on the day because you need to put yourself out there. But for some job, you need to have the targets, job position that you want to apply for. For those job you specific want, please tailor your CV and tailor, like your personal statement, and to make sure the employer they sort of noticed your CV and your document, and you'll be able to secure yourself to the shop to be shortlisted, to have like a job interview further. And so I think we running out of time here, and I really enjoy reading people's, like the message, sharing your, experience with others. That's really lovely. And I would love to say a big thank you to everyone to our panel. And thank you so much for sharing your idea, your journey with us. And also thanks to everyone who joined the call. And just before letting you go, just let you know, we're going to have our next Bringing the Word to Liverpool webinar on the 2nd of April. And so the booking link will be available very soon. So I will share the more information with you via email. And also for some of them who based in London, London, we're going to have a upcoming networking event in London specifically for recent graduates. So if you're free on the 20th of March, please register, and looking forward to see all of you there as well. So I put a couple of links here just in case you want to book the event. One sec, let me put in the chat. And if you have any questions you want to ask me or you want to ask the panel, please feel free to connect us on LinkedIn. And also you can message me. I'm happy to pass the question on to the panel as well. So thank you so much, everyone. And I'm going to share the recording afterwards with you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, fab. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Well done, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.